there. Today I wanted to do a behind the design for this gray square crochet jacket that I made for the very first time. This was my first time trying anything like this, and I'm super happy with how it came out. It was a lot of work and took a lot of days to complete, but I'm super pumped with it and I can't wait to wear it out. So I came across this plain jacket and I immediately knew I wanted to rework it with crochet. And also, it was the best time to use for the very first time the Red Heart Granny Square yarn. I've always wanted to try it, and this seemed like the perfect project to put it to the test. So the first thing I did was get my measuring tape out and my notebook, and I just started recording all of the inches all around the whole entire jacket. So I could measure out how many granny squares I needed and how much it measured out to be. And so I needed 26 granny squares, so I got started with my 4.5mm hook. And what I did was, for the first round, I did double crochet only. Now for this yarn, I used my regular granny square method, except for round 2, 3, and 4. I switched. Instead of using a double crochet, I went to the half double crochet in order to be able to utilize all of the yarn and change colors. I actually used a really tight tension. I'm more of a loose kind of crocheter, so thankfully I made the first round with the right amount of yarn. Now I've completed all of my 26 squares and I needed about 3 skeins of yarn in order to complete it. And then I went in and sewed in all the strands for the granny squares to make them nice and complete. I started placing all of the squares, aligning them how they would fit across the jacket. And then I started to crochet and connect them in different sections and panels. And I knew going into this project that I'd have to be crocheting some extra panels and extra kind of like little spots that the squares might not fit into. So I used a yarn needle and strands of yarn and started attaching each of the panels together. I also realized that I needed white muslin fabric for the back of the squares, so I needed to attach them as well so that it could have some backing to the granny squares. I also knew for this jacket that there would be a lot of odd kind of spaces that I would have to go in and measure out in order to crochet the exact length and width so that they could fit in. Just like this collar around the neckline of the jacket, I also had to go in and crochet this very awkward space between the shoulders and the front panels of the jacket. All in all, it was a very much learn as you go project. And now that I know how to construct it, I have another one that I plan on making a video for as well. So stay tuned.